The need to sleep. It's one thing everyone has in common regardless of any other factor. After all, the average person spends 1/3 of their lives sleeping. With that much time in our beds, taking care of our sleep is unsurprisingly important, but how important is it really? Well, it's been shown that sleep quality has a bidirectional link between it and depression. In addition to your mental health, it's also shown to have physical health effects. In a study published in 2011 from the European Heart Journal, they reviewed 15 studies and found in the pooled analysis, short duration of sleep was associated with a greater risk of developing or dying from coronary heart disease. So those who are not getting enough sleep are at a far greater risk for stroke and other heart complications compared to those who are getting the right amount of sleep. This should be enough to persuade most people, but nearly half of 18 to 49-year-olds get less than 6 hours of sleep per night. Besides the many health effects that were listed, sleep quality also affects your productivity. Your lack of quality sleep may just be the reason you're falling behind in school or work, or even your health. So, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing some of the ways you can get better sleep. Something almost all of us are guilty of is staying on our phone up until the very moment we go to sleep. And although it may be enjoyable to lay in bed scrolling through Instagram or watching YouTube, your brain doesn't enjoy it. The reason why is that your phone and other electronic devices with screens emit a blue light that tells your brain it's daytime. It's our biological way for waking up. For obvious reasons, this can be detrimental to your sleep. Blue light can wake you up in the morning but keep you awake at night. Even if you do fall asleep, Harvard conducted an experiment and found that with an exposure of about 6.5 hours, your melatonin would be suppressed for about 3 hours, further degrading your quality of sleep. This lower quality of sleep will consequently impact your life and your well-being. So you've probably figured out by now that blue light is bad for your sleep. So what can be done? One option is turning off electronics before bed. This will limit your exposure to blue light and will cause you to get better quality sleep and will also help you fall asleep faster. This one is a great one, and you might find that time away from electronics is a much more peaceful way to end your night. Another great option is blue light glasses on Amazon, and although I haven't tried this option, I have a friend who has them and he says they've helped him a ton, plus countless other reviews on Amazon advocating for them. So if you're interested, it's definitely worth checking out. Another great tip for better quality sleep is keeping your home cooler. It's often that we just don't have the right temperature to sleep. When your room is too hot, it can cause discomfort and restlessness while trying to sleep. It can also negatively impact your REM sleep. This is personally one of my favorite tips because I love sleeping in cooler temperatures. Most doctors recommend a bedroom temperature between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, with the ideal recommended temperature being 65 degrees. Another great way to go to sleep cooler is to take a warm shower or bath before bed. This will produce a natural cool down effect and will help you go to sleep easier. Sometimes we simply don't feel tired enough to sleep. If we don't get out of bed every day, get active or work on something, we will often be full of energy when nighttime rolls around, leaving us tossing and turning or quitting the attempt to sleep altogether. The best thing you can do is to find stuff to fill your day. This is also a great role for productivity. Do enough during the day that you actually feel tired at the end of it. This can be related to fitness, doing homework, or working at your job. Filling your day up with things that you want or need to do will be what makes you relieved to lie down at the end of each day. Even if you're just having fun during the day, do enough to make yourself tired. Your sleeping mind will appreciate it. Not too long ago, I had the struggle of trying to fall asleep. I was so uncomfortable that it seemed almost impossible to drift off into slumber. I decided to stay awake for longer than I probably should have until I was finally tired enough to go to sleep. I realized that the solution was simple. It was right under my nose. Well, my head. The problem was, the pillows that I was sleeping on were old and just quite frankly uncomfortable. And no, I didn't spend a fortune on new pillows as some people suggest. I only spent $14 on 2 new pillows from Target and I've been sleeping better ever since. The only regret is that I hadn't bought them sooner. Some other sleep gear that could help is a larger, more obvious purchase like a mattress, or it could just be pillows like what I bought. Some also find that things like weighted blankets or cooling pillows work well for them. Just experiment and do the research online until you find the things that work best for you. It'll definitely be worth your time. Something that I've been doing for around 5 to 6 years now is listening to a story while falling asleep. I always put on a story and I'm usually asleep in about 5 minutes or so. I always prefer listening to stories as opposed to music, but listening to music is a great option that works for many people as well. I've found that listening to a story while going to sleep is also just a great way to end your day. It's peaceful and it's relaxing. You can find stories of all kinds on YouTube, or even on many meditation apps like Calm, where you have a top narrator lull you to sleep. Focusing on the story instead of falling asleep may seem counterintuitive, but it's actually a proven way to fall asleep. It's actually been proven helpful to many people with insomnia. It's called Paradoxical Intention. It's a psychotherapy technique of simply acting in the way that seems contrary to what you should be doing. It's been proven to work well for people trying to fall asleep. So trying to stay awake and just letting sleep come naturally may just be one of the best things you can do for your sleep. Now, although these worked for me, these are not all the tips on getting better sleep. These are just the ones that resonated with me, and it's important that you find the ones that resonate with you. An amazing resource for this is sleepfoundation.org. They provide excellent information on sleep hygiene and healthy habits, with other recommendations like mattresses and plenty of other tips to help you get the best sleep you can. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helped you in one way or another, and I hope to see you next time as I continue to grow and improve this channel. Take care.